I'll be there.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby!
Fate decided.
Let's get this party started.
Craving something scary.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Killjoy Jake.
Don't you swear at me, you little shit! Don't you ever raise your voice at me! I am your mother!
Watch Zone.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
The collective has spoken. Welcome
What's
to
up,
the
everyone?
collective.
How are you guys doing? Welcome to the collective. I appreciate you all. What do we got today, guys? What do we got?
Wow.
Night?
All right. We usually let Night do
Hey,
that,
you know
but
what
okay.
else we should
Yeah,
do? Is
well-
that, like, what?
Well, I was gonna suggest.
I think that,
What?
No,
Dude.
go ahead. Sorry. I thought you were listening to me. Go ahead.
I mean,
So
I
what-
was just. What? Oh, go ahead, Jake. You first.
No, I don't even want to say anything. I just wanted to be included, honestly. So
You're just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here. Yeah.
I know
Well-
we're all happy to be here. I get it.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I was
I
gonna
think-
suggest,
What? Sorry.
dude.
I was gonna say something. Go ahead.
All right. So what I thought was maybe we could talk a little bit about
What do you want to talk about?
the. But I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting.
But
What
I think like
what?
Dude,
Fate, I'm gonna
Dude.
reach my hands through this and just get my hands around your neck. So help me.
Stop eating
Sorry,
chocolate.
I'm just flapping my gums. I'm sorry.
You know, it's funny. You started flapping your gums before we even got online. That's why we're 15 minutes
Liar,
late
that was
because we
Jay.
couldn't even.
Why does everyone assume it's me? Everyone in the comments.
I'm just
all
saying,
come
I'm
after
just-
me like I'm the only yapper in this group. God.
The truth always comes out, doesn't it?
Get it up. Yeah, it does.
People just
Get it
Yeah.
People just hating on the collective.
I'm so glad you got interrupted there.
That was beautiful.
I'm sorry.
I was waiting for a
The
moment there.
collective. There we go.
Look at Mavericks coming. Oh
What's
no.
up, everybody?
What's up,
Everybody in the
guys?
chat. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for hanging around while we were waiting for Fate to finish his little tirade backstage.
Oh
I was
dang.
throwing chairs. You guys have been just total dog poop the whole time. I'm carrying us. It was just I had
Yes. Cats and dogs sleeping together.
as the leader of the group, I have to motivate.
Oh my God.
I tell you what, man.
A
Really?
good leader finds ways to.
Wow.
Okay.
Man.
All right.
Good God.
I just go the Kobe and Jordan approach. I just berate them and make them cry.
Oh, man.
Oh wow.
Carrie knows what's up. All right, guys. So what do we got going on for today? You guys in the live chat, if you have questions, let us know. We got about an hour, a little bit less than an hour that we'll be on. So I want to throw that out just to let everyone know, because I'm heading over to my channel for a Halloween live stream. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Let's go.
Guess what? Hey,
Sorry.
hey, Knight, guess what?
What?
You know who's gonna be there?
Who?
I'll be there.
Give it up.
Be there. Sing it, everybody. Let's go. Be there.
You guys planned that. You guys totally planned that. Come
That
on.
was too smooth.
That was
Hey.
smooth. Way too smooth.
We're not
What, that's
that
smooth?
we're not that organized on the collective.
We're not that
No.
organized.
You're setting high expectations. Guys.
We're just a bunch of hacks.
Yeah. We're a bunch of nobodies. Come on.
The fact that we haven't even really talked about anything yet is so ridiculous, and people seem to be okay with it.
It's only been 5 minutes.
That shows where
Yeah,
we've
right.
come, where we started, and where we're at now. So, anyways,
I do want to give a little bit of an announcement to collective people out there. I finally sent out the email to all of the wonderful butterfly knife supporters.
Bro, you got rolls? What are you doing over there? Biscuits?
The supporters on Kickstarter. That's all the tiers. The butter knife tier was like down at the bottom, and then
Somebody's
get up to-
hungry.
I'm starving. Honestly, that's the truth. But I finally sent out all the emails to all the people who supported us at the $50 tier, whatever the fuck that was called. And you guys will be on the collective. I just sent out the email. I suggested the 25th and May 2nd for days that we could possibly do that. So check your email if you were one of those supporters. I sent it out. Hopefully we can do those Mondays that I just said. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a party, man.
That's right. And you have a 12-hour window to respond, or you lose your spot. So you've got
from right now. Yeah.
clock is ticking now. 12 hours. That's it. Just kidding.
Maverick says butter knife, me hungry.
All right.
And shout out to Maverick, man. He's been doing some killer work. I just was checking out his latest video yesterday. Great work, man. Great work.
Absolutely.
Awesome stuff, man. Keep on doing what you got to do.
Absolutely. And I have to shout out to Carrie, our good friend Carrie. She also, I haven't seen it yet. She just posted a video a few minutes ago, and I'm going to watch it after their streams are all over tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but it looks like it's going to be really good. There's potential to be really good. And all of her videos, again, to continue to just grow. And I see her growth from one to, well, not one, because remember, one is an X video. So I have to wait till May till I watch the movie. But videos 2 through now, they're all showing such great growth. I love to see it.
Yeah.
So sky's the limit, guys. Keep going. Keep grinding.
That's right, man. Carrie's got that great narration too, man. Like
I know.
Really, I'm digging this. You know, you could just like hear the emotion and just it's just great. Good stuff.
They're killing it. They're killing it. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see. I've always said, like, I think that everyone should have a YouTube channel. Like, like it's just, besides, like, of course, the potential of it becoming something. It's a great outlet. It's a great escape. It's it's something to occupy your time. It's even as just a hobby. It's fun. So I think it's awesome that we have so many people in this community that are all doing their own things and stuff. And
absolutely,
and it's growing. It's awesome. I love it.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
it really is awesome. It's it's exciting to see it, and it's exciting to be a part of it. Like from day one, essentially. And that's
right.
Pretty cool. There's not a lot of channels that you can say you were there when that channel launched. I mean, there's a lot of them we find later, right, in life and in the lifespan of the channel. But to say I was there for Jake's first video or Fate's or not, I wasn't. But it would be pretty darn cool to say if I'd have been an OG subscriber. That's a pretty cool thing. So
yeah, very much.
Anyway,
and as a creator, it's awesome to see, like, because we've all gotten those comments like. I was your fifth subscriber. I remember when you were first starting out. Like, it's cool to like see that, like, like, dang, like there really were people here that when I was getting 3 views a video and stuff. It's like,
that's
like,
right.
Crazy, but yeah,
absolutely.
It's very cool.
Well, we do have our first question from Zoe. It looks like, what are your biggest concerns with Scream 6?
Take us away, Knight. Starting.
Well, my biggest concern is that we're going to get a lot of the same thing that we've been getting. I think that's my biggest concern. I really would like to feel like this is a different type of movie. And we've talked about this. It'd be really nice if they do something different, especially with Ghostface. The way things are going, even the way the kills happen. It's fun. I enjoyed Scream 5. I enjoy all of the movies, but I'd like to see some different stuff, and it's funny because yesterday we were doing, and by no means am I comparing these two movies, so don't get me wrong, guys, but yesterday we were doing a watch along of Jason X, and Jake, you were there, and we were cracking up and enjoying all these goddamn different ways Jason was killing people. Some of it totally ridiculous, but if you watch our reactions, we were invested. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of oohs and ahs and ohs. You know, I would love to have that type of vibe with Ghostface. I'm not saying anything ridiculous, but just some different ways of killing, some different tactics. You know, and I'm wondering if they're going to do that or not. So that's one of my biggest concerns is that we're going to get a lot of the same thing.
Yeah, to piggyback off of what you're saying, like I do feel the same way in many ways that I've said it before. A lot of the pretty much every Scream movie has been roughly the same, right? It's all been in this box. I want us to branch out, especially since we're doing it in Montreal. We're doing it in a different area. Like, let's utilize that. Let's be creative. A good, I mean, obviously there's certain kills, but beyond that, another good comparison would be the Scream series. Like, however you felt about the series had some pretty awesome kills that was just completely just not in the typical frame of what we get from Scream. And yeah, a lot of that, wasn't the Scream, it was Brandon James, stuff like that, but it's still under the banner that is Scream and stuff. So I do think that would be like, let's branch out, let's be creative. Like, let's not just do the poking and the let's throw them off of a balcony. Like, let's do, like, I would like to see Ghostface have to improvise, in a moment.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen scenes where Ghostface gets overpowered or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
Like, so let's have something like that, and maybe Ghostface loses the knife or something like that, and it's just like, oh, here's an axe, boom, like, like whatever the case. I think that they had opportunities to do that in 5. But beyond just like it being in the same frame, like I want, like, my biggest concern is character development as well, because I want to see them develop their core further, and because in many ways, like, one, the OG3 became the OG3 because we had 4.5 films of development with them.
Right.
I mean, outside of them, none of the characters have really been developed the way that they have. I mean, yeah, there have been memorable characters, but character development has been lacking for a while. Like, this isn't something that's new in Scream 5. And like, I see a lot of people that are like, oh, the characters weren't developed, great stuff. It's like, did you see 4? Did you see 3? Did you? I mean, even 2 for the most part. I mean, Mickey was great, and then he was just gone for 90% of the film, and then until he's revealed as Ghostface. Like, so character development's been an issue for a long time. And so I'd like to see them continue to grow those characters, establish Sam more, especially if she really is supposed to be the girl, in this franchise, because a lot of people were disappointed by her. A lot of people don't really like her. Of course, others do, but like, how do you bring people back on board with her? You would grow her, develop her, and make her more likable, more lovable, allow her to expand her character more. Like, let's see. It's like they gave all of the Sydney type attributes and aspects to Tara,
right?
Like when it's like she's like, this film was about Sam. Like, why wouldn't you give Sam those attributes? Which I understood it fit the story, but yeah. Anyway, those are probably my biggest concerns. But I am excited for this film, and I do think it will be very different. I think we'll get a lot of similarities, but overall, I do think that they'll kind of change the mold. I mean, they've even kind of alluded to that with risking it all.
Right.
So yeah.
How about you guys?
I'm pumped for Scream 6.
I also think that I
Oh, okay, yeah. this fucking guy. God.
That was great, Jake.
So, first of all, I got to respond to the glasses argument going on in the comment section right now.
Wow, is the news cycle that slow today? Really?
Yeah, I'm like, damn, dude. Yeah, so I saw Nicole popped up, and it was like, when is Jake gonna get new glasses? I'm like, what's wrong with my glasses? What? And then Carrie's like, I love your glasses, Jake. It's like people will fight over anything. It's crazy. No. So for Scream 6 though, I will say there's a few things I'm concerned about, and yeah, Fate, to harp on what you kind of said, was the character development. With every Scream film, I feel like something that's really, really important when it comes to one of these films is like good characters, man. That original film 5, some of the characters in like 2 through 4 are pretty good, but yeah, there's been times where there's super underdeveloped characters. There's characters where I don't even really get a chance to know them all that well. Wes Hicks was another example of that. Could have used there's a lot of really underdeveloped things with his character too in that last film. We set up this whole thing about how maybe he's kind of into Terra, and we don't go anywhere with that. He just dies before we can have a scene. Like one scene with those two in the hospital would have fixed all of that. And I feel like I want this Scream movie to have strong characters and maybe have a little bit longer of a runtime too. I mean, maybe that's unorthodox for like a slasher film, but this is completely different than your typical slasher franchise. Scream is something much more special. It's much more character driven, unlike most slasher flicks. So that's a big concern of mine. I also want to see some more creative kills and chase scenes, man. Every kill in Scream 5 was for the most part pretty well done, but I would like to see some more creative kills. I'd like to see people falling off of balconies. CC Cooper getting thrown off the balcony in Scream 2 is awesome. I want to see some more kills along those lines that we like after the movie. We're like, oh, do you remember like that kill was so memorable? That was awesome. So hopefully
I actually have something to add to that.
my mind went so blank after reading that. I'm sorry. I was like, I got nothing.
I'm trying to save you from it. But I really do have something to add to that. Is that like, so the only argument that I really see and why I didn't have an issue with Scream 5 and the way they went about it was because arguably, and even the directors have kind of alluded to that Amber did pretty much all of the killing, if not all of the killing. The reason I liked like the CC Cooper scene that you brought up. The reason that's great is because we know it's Mickey. So we know he's strong enough, big enough to actually do something like that. Right. Like a lot of the things that we saw in Scream 5 as far as kill wise goes, it made sense for Amber. She wasn't overpowering people. I mean,
that's a good point.
There were several times where she gets overpowered. I mean, even Wes, like I pointed out, like on several times, I mean, even watching the film, like in the live stream, I was telling people because people were like, no, and I'm like, no, watch the scene again. Wes is fighting her off until he stops and tries to reach, and then she's starting to overpower him. And then once he comes back, it's already too late. She's already got the leverage. She's already got everything she needs to actually penetrate. And then once you penetrate, that's it. I don't care how strong you are. If somebody starts poking a knife through your neck, like you're gonna lose.
I'm sure we'll get someone talking about Dewey, about how he unfortunately fights.
Like,
first and foremost, he does not get lifted up into the air like multiple feet. Like, dude, I had so many comments that were like, oh, Amber would never be able to lift up Dewey into the air. She doesn't lift him up. She just slices up the back and through the torso, which she could do. Exactly. She never lifts up Dewey into the fucking air like this. I hate that argument's insane.
Did you see the meme with the Texas Chainsaw
I don't know about that.
one? Where he has, where it's with Sally being lifted up with the chainsaw. It's like what people think would actually happen, and it's like Dewey with the dark side, and Amber has her feet laid up. It's great like that. I love, but sorry, go on. I just had to.
No, I totally agree. I think it worked. Yeah, it does work with that movie. But moving forward, I would like to see, because like the West kill is super memorable to me. That's like a top 5 Ghostface kill. Personally, it was so slow and so fucked up. I loved it. But moving forward, I do want some more creative kills. I want stuff that isn't just a knife murder. Give us something like that. Zoe said this in his video about we want more like wide shots. Everything was so tight in Scream 5 because they were filming in North Carolina. It doesn't look like California, you know. I would love to see more of Montreal in Scream 6 because it's a gorgeous city. It's a gorgeous area to be in and to film. So I really hope we see like a lot of like wide landscape shots as well. That's so close to the core of Scream, and that original movie does it so well.
Steven, you want to react to that?
It can't be Stu. Even if Stu's alive, it can't be Stu. It can't.
He was just sitting there waiting. He was just waiting for this, man.
Go watch the scene.
Lord.
It's clearly Amber. Even the scene after, and this was the thing I pointed out in my live stream. In the scene after Dewey's body's lifeless on the floor, when you see Ghostface, it is clearly Amber. Like, the thing is everything is moving so fast paced, it's hard to judge how tall the person is until you get that clear shot of Amber standing over Dewey. She is like this tall, like she's not even as high as everything.
Yeah, baby, get it up.
Matthew Lillard is what, 6'3", 6'4"? Like, so there's no way it was Stu. It's like, even if Stu is alive, even if your cult is correct, Craven.
Oh,
like,
it's correct. It's definitely correct.
It still can't be Dewey. Or I'm sorry, it can't be Stu that killed Dewey. There's no way. Just watch the whole scene. If you watch the scene.
Oh, I've never watched the scene before. What am I saying? I never watched it. I left the theater in that little segment. I totally forgot.
Then how can you believe it's Stu? If you've watched that scene, there's no.
Okay, is it my turn? Is it my turn, teacher? Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
You're illogical.
Can I take the floor for a little bit? All right, thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, listen. Every time I watch that scene, I am more and more convinced that is not Amber. What you see reinforces your idea that it is. Mine, it reinforces it's not. And there's two reasons. Forget about the height. The height is a total, that's, whatever. I don't even really get into the height thing. But I will say this. Since you brought it up, I wasn't even going to bring up height. But since you did bring it up, when that camera is panning back with Dewey on the floor, you cannot, with that far away of a shot, none of us can accurately determine how tall that person is. You just can't. No, you can't. Of course you can. I can make an argument that they're tall. You can make an argument that they're shorter. But you know what? Doesn't matter though. That's the thing.
What about the scene where Dewey's crouched down and they're the same height?
Bro, you can't. You're talking about someone on their knees.
If that was Stu,
they're not the same height. No. They're leaning forward, dude.
Can you find
so?
Either that or
oh my gosh, are you guys seeing what I see? I don't know. I mean, are we watching the same movie?
I mean, proved it time and time.
Hey, how's it going, Jake?
Entirely breaking it down.
What's up, Knight?
I know.
Haven't seen you in a while.
You doing good over there?
All right, so let me continue then. All right, because I was very quiet for a very long time. I want to make sure everyone got everything out. So,
no.
Try this again. All right, so the biggest issue I have with that scene, even more than the height issue, the biggest thing is the strength issue. And I'm telling you right now, it's one thing if she had just stabbed him in the neck like we got a Vince kill, or chop, 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 chop like she did all the other people. No, what does she do? She kills the exact same. Hang on a second, I gotta clear my throat. 1 second. Don't take the floor away. I'll never get it back. Thank you. All right, so she kills Dewey just in the exact same way Stu describes how to do it at the fountain scene. She takes the knife completely inside the gut, and what does she do? She doesn't stop there. She doesn't just turn the knife like Richie did with Sam. No, she, with an incredible amount of strength, goes up all the way up through the muscles, through the organs, all the way up here. And then not only she doesn't stop there, then she gets a second knife. She jams it in the back through muscle, organs again. And what does she do? She doesn't just stab them. She goes all the way across the back of the lower back.
Is Stu the only person that would know how to do that?
No, but no. Look, you're interrupting me. I'm not done. No, I'm not making an argument that Stu's the only person. I'm making the argument.
How would Dewey overpower Stu?
My argument is this. All right, let me. I tell you what. Let's do the ABC system. Let me finish one. Okay. Then we go to B. Let me finish A. Then we go to B. Then we go to C. All right. So here's the thing. It takes an enormous amount of strength, and I've never made the claim that Stu's the only person who knows how to do it. My claim is Amber is not the one doing it. She's not strong enough. That little and Fate, you always say it. I mean, to quote you, like 5'2", 100 pounds, soaking wet. Okay, so where does she get in the strength to literally gut someone up the sternum, all the way up to the chest,
have you ever used
through the back? Have you ever? Yeah. And
those knives are designed to cut through hides, through bone.
With like people that have enough strength to use them.
You don't.
Come on, man.
Do you know how soft the muscles and tissues and organs are? They're very soft. It's not hard to cut through somebody's muscles.
Dude.
And tissues. I can cut through you with a butter.
This is not even logical right now.
It is.
This is completely illogical.
You really want? So if I Google right now, can somebody 100 pounds cut through a human body with a butter knife? Will you say you're wrong?
It's not about what they weigh. It's about how strong they are. It's about how strong
It
they
doesn't
are.
take a lot of strength to cut through somebody. It doesn't.
You've
take a lot
done
of
this,
strength
I
to
guess,
cut
right? You know
to
from
punch
experience.
Somebody. I've gone hunting.
I believe it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, this is
I've worked in
ridiculous.
crime scenes. I've seen women murder men all the time.
Of course.
And butcher them and gut them and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
And they're the same size as Amber. Like,
Yeah.
What
Well,
you're saying is illogical.
There's no way.
How can you say when
There's just no way.
presenting the problem
I
is
tell
you
you.
don't listen to facts when I say, oh, it's facts.
Oh, no.
That can't be true. That's illogical. You can't argue something you don't understand.
Oh, I fully understand. I fully understand.
So you can honestly say, it would be impossible for Amber to gut Dewey with a hunting knife, with that kind of buck knife.
Again, it's more about the
It's a
person
yes or no
holding the
question.
instrument,
It's a
not the
yes or no
instrument
question.
itself.
Could she do it? Yes or no?
All right, I'll answer it this way.
You said no.
Is there any way that I believe, if there ever a way that I believe Amber killed Dewey? Absolutely not. It's ridiculous. It's preposterous. So there you go. There's your answer. Absolutely.
Okay.
And I think the people out there in the chat, they know what I'm talking about. They understand what I'm talking about. And that absolutely.
That is literally illogical. So,
I'm doing great, Valerie.
I don't see it.
I'm doing so great.
So women. So all the stories of women. Murdering,
Maverick.
There's an entire series about it. None of those women actually did it. Those are all fake. That's all nonsense.
I don't know about anybody else, but I'm telling you what I saw on that hospital scene, that was not Amber. I can tell you that much. I can't take about anybody else, but I can tell you that much. So I love it, Maverick. I'm exactly.
Maverick's gonna make a video on it.
Exactly.
Breaking news, guys.
Yeah, I've seen it done, and it happened here, and it happened over here again. No, so we're going to find out as this trilogy unravels. And so back to what the question was originally, what I don't want to see.
See, look,
in Scream 6, right?
A buck knife does not take much to actually penetrate. It doesn't take much strength.
Penetrating is easy. Penetrating's easy, bro. I can take a tooth, bro. Fate. You know what?
Someone clip that. Someone please
this
clip
out.
that. Oh,
Check
God.
this out.
For the love of God.
No,
That's so
I
good.
could take a toothpick. I could take a toothpick and penetrate your skin. Oh, look how strong the toothpick is. Yes, oh, no. Come on, man. Let's turn our braids on here, please.
You
All right.
have all these people in the chat that are saying that you're wrong, and you still
you know what? Look.
Come on.
You know,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? That doesn't faze me. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh!
It's one thing to argue. It's another thing to call somebody that is proving facts, saying you're illogical. Now your argument becomes completely nonsense.
What the hell is going on?
You know what?
Becomes irrelevant.
Fate, however you need to process it, brother. I support you because you're my friend. But at the end of the day, Amber didn't kill Stu, and we're going to find out. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, here at the end of Scream 7, if we never get any mention that anybody other than Amber killed, will you admit you're wrong?
Well, it depends how the stories unfold. Because we may never get like a straight up like
we do have a straight
thing.
Answer.
We don't, but we may get like where it might make sense though in the course of how they tell the story. We got to wait and see. Also, my answer is
why would they go back on that moment? Like, Amber
because
he killed him. If there's no other evidence proving otherwise for the rest of the film,
yeah.
why would you say
there?
No,
well,
that's impossible?
Because we haven't seen the movies yet. That's a question you have to ask me after 7. After 7.
At the end of 7, if we have no other information and it is just that, will you come on here publicly and say you're right, Fate, I'm sorry?
Is the question if the question is Amber killed Dewey? No, I can watch Scream 5 and tell you that. All right, so now I don't need to watch 6 and 7 to know that's not Amber. Come on, give me a break. Now, getting on to what I don't want to see in Scream 6, right? That's the original question.
Music, right?
Oh, okay. All right, let's take a drink break. Everybody dance.
This isn't copyright claim music, right? I don't.
Let's
I hope not.
Yeah.
If the stream shuts off, it's going to find
I'm
out.
just going to keep going. I'm going to keep going nuts until they stop.
All right.
I hope not.
So, things that I want to see. All right, things I want to see.
I'm going to keep dancing like I don't know how to dance until you
Oh
guys
my gosh.
relax.
Oh man, it's all fun. So, all right. So what we'll see in what I don't want to see, or which one was it? Was it what I want or don't want? I can't remember
What you don't
anymore.
want to see.
What you don't want.
What are you concerned about for Scream 6? Like what are you?
Oh yeah. Concerns. Okay.
Yeah.
So my concerns are we're only going to get 2 killers again. We've got to have 3 or more, please. Let's have something different there. I mean, I don't want it to be so predictable, and so I want 3 killers at least. And of course, you guys know what my ultimate game plan is. I want Stu to be the mastermind, of course, and these are all because Stu placed the ad in Dreadit that got Richie and Amber going, and he still has the ad running. He's got Colt. He's got people all across the country he's recruiting to be these to take their place. And so, in my world, in my vision, in my writing, it's going to ultimately be Stu revealed as the one behind it all, maybe in 7, but. I want to see more than 1 killer, or more than 2 killers, excuse me. And as far as like different styles of kills, I'm good with that. I would like to see something else. You talked about the balcony. We had the garage door. We had the pipe going through the dude's head in Scream 2. In that's true. In a car, I thought that was cool. There's little ones that Wes Craven did here and there that were just to change things up. So I would love to see more, at least 2 or 3 of those sprinkled in. But I don't want them to get off of the knife too much. The Buck 120 is the instrument of choice, so that should stay that way. But I still think you can miss in a surprise kill here or there to make it interesting. The other thing I'm concerned about.
Sorry.
Why do I publicize this?
Because it's entertainment.
It is entertaining. It is very entertaining.
Me and Craven love each other. We're just.
Oh yeah.
That's the whole point.
It's fun. It's like brothers poking each other's bear a little bit, but it's all good.
Poking and penetration here, man.
That's all it is. It's all.
Oh.
The tentacles.
And the tentacles. Oh no.
Oh man.
Woo. What's up, Jack Stannis? What's up, Jack? Jack's just saw him pop up here. Another thing that I don't want to see, I have to tell you guys, as you guys know, I put the video out about the college campus. Jake and I did the big live stream. Critical Overlord joined us. He gave us more information. The thing about the college campus that's scary, and I know Fate put a video out too, but the thing that scares me about that whole thing is I don't want Wes Craven's Scream 2. Because I don't mind if it's like paying a little homage, of course. That's fine. But what I don't want this to be is so close where the entire movie is on the campus again. And really taking up that page from Wes Craven. And Jake, you mentioned it before on our live stream. You said how, and I remember this comment where they said, what happens if we don't know what to do? We ask ourselves, what would Wes do? And they go do that. And that's great. I mean, that's awesome. It's beautiful. But at the same time, I think we all agree this has to be the movie that they make it their own, right? I want to see the radio silence Scream movie without so much of the Wes Craven influence we saw in 5, which made sense in 5. I would have been disappointed if they didn't do what they did in 5, right? Personally. But now's the time to lay it down respectfully, reverently, and now make your film. Go make your movie. And I don't know. With the college setting, guys, I'm a little nervous about that. I'm a little concerned that's too much. I'm like, just change the script. Go to New York. Be in a big city. Do something we've never seen, So those are my biggest concerns, honestly. And then the other thing is, of course, Gale. Don't kill Gale because you are going Star Wars. You're just basically going the Star Wars route. Don't do it. If you kill Dewey in 5 and Gale in 6, it's just cheap, lazy, and disrespectful. And I hope they don't do that. So I want Gale to survive. I want her and Sydney to survive 6. That's my biggest thing.
Would you guys want to? Because I do think personally, I do think Gale will survive this film. But would you guys be upset if they left it like open ended with her?
Oh no, not at all. I would love that. That'd be awesome.
You mean making it seem like she could be dead?
Like kind of like what they did with Kirby, where it's like, is she alive? Is she dead? It's just kind of up to the audience's interpretation. Not just that, but who knows if Courtney will come on for Scream 7. So if you leave it open, you can go either way.
Yeah, if they did it right.
Would you be against that?
If they did it right, it'd be okay with me. Riot. It haunts me too, man.
My thing. Yeah, my thing is like if they if they decide to like leave it open ended, where it's like something crazy is about to happen, Gale could die in like 5 minutes or something. If something doesn't happen, obviously there's got to be a lot of setup to get to that point, and we just cut it off right there. See ya next year for Scream 7. I would be so down for that. I think we need something like that. I think that's the only way we can elevate the hype anymore, is if we have a burning cliffhanger like that keeps us on our toes for over a year. Yeah, yes, I want that so bad. I think that's the only way we could. Come over and find out. Come over and find out, Fate.
It was just a perfect setup, I had to say.
Wow, we're going there, man. We're going there.
Here I got the idea. You want to hear this?
Mm-hmm.
We get the cliffhanger we always wanted, and then they make the announcement: Scream 7 has been shelved, and they never make it, and we never know. That would be so bad, man. It's so terrible.
So Ryan said that to me when we were on a live stream with him, Ryan C. Showers, and he said the same thing. But I'm like, I just think there's so much potential in a cliffhanger like that. I think if you do that now, because we're all pumped for, a lot of people, the majority of people I would say are pumped for Scream 6. Everyone's like really ready for this film. But then if you do something like that, because the ending of Scream 5 doesn't lean into another story. I remember after the movie came out, a lot of us were posting about it, and we're just like, I think that's it. I don't think they're doing a 6. That's what a lot of the consensus was for a long time, until they announced it towards the end, maybe a month later. So it was like towards the end of the run through the theater.
That's right.
There was nothing there's not much I can do with that ending to talk about for the next movie. So I really thought it was over. If they already have a 7 planned, what they should do is something along those lines. Maybe not necessarily okay, maybe Gale's going to die. There's a whole bunch of routes they could take with the cliffhanger ending that would make it so interesting, and it would make us just count down the days until the next film. It's the only way I feel like you can elevate this excitement that is spread across the internet right now for these films.
Well, look at Pluto's comment, Knight. What do you think if they did like this? Because you youngsters are way before your time. I was actually in. Yeah, I can't believe I actually said that. I'm turning into that guy. So I remember watching Back to the Future in the theaters. Back to the Future 2 in the theaters. And this is what happens at the. It's on the DVDs too. But at the end of it, the movie ends, and it actually gives you to be concluded, or to be continued. So how would you feel if they showed their hand in the cinema and said to be continued before the end credits roll, so the 7's coming?
Totally down for that. 100%.
I would be down with it too. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it just gives you hype, And look, I mean, let's be honest about it. That's just the nature of movies today, especially these big franchises. You expect to have at least 3. As long as the movies are successful. And obviously with Scream, that's what you're gonna get. So we all know it's gonna happen. But for those folks that aren't in the know, the average viewer, that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guess what? We are gonna have another movie, and we're gonna answer these questions. X, Y, and Z. I think it'd be cool.
Scream has always had that sort of cliffhanger, though, right? I mean, with the ghost face flashing at the end, it just hasn't been a full scene.
Yeah, that's true.
The other thing is, too, is what if they did that with Sydney? Because they've talked about that in almost every film. I mean, Scream 4 was supposed to do that. Scream 3, they toyed with the idea of Cotton, potentially ending her. Scream 2, 3 was Roman, 2 was Cotton, sorry. And then, what if they actually did that route? Not kill her, but leave it open-ended to where it's did they really just kill Sidney Prescott? And then ultimately do a 7 and, maybe bring her in halfway through the movie as big surprise. It might also add some excitement and draw some viewers in. I mean, yeah, you're probably gonna have a lot of pissed off people, but I think ultimately if the end result is she's still alive, I think people will be okay. But it also gives you that is she alive or dead? I need to go find out.
Yeah.
I just feel like we haven't seen that in a Scream film, and any deviation that makes it so much more different and with a purpose, to be different with a purpose is really important for this new film, because they can't just throw in random ideas just for the sake of being different. I want them to do a cliffhanger leading into a 7, because that would, like I said, that would just get us so much more hyped up for 7 than we probably were for 5 or 6. Because this has to be concluded in this next film. We are expecting this, and how is it going to happen? Is Gail really dead? Are they going to kill her? Will they keep her alive? It's so much more exciting this way, I feel like, with some kind of cliffhanger ending that leads into a 7. Because, like I said, or like Knight said about how the trilogy thing, like I 100% feel like they're going that route. They're making a new trilogy. They just haven't announced it yet. We announced 6. Why haven't we announced 7? Probably because they're planning on doing something like this. I feel like this movie's definitely going to be much more Radio Silence's flick than them trying to honor Wes Craven. They did that in 5 and it was great and I loved it. But moving forward, I want something really more original from the hearts of the Radio Silence guys. That's their true Scream movie, and Scream 6 that leads into a 7 that is also like the same vibe, like something from within in them, a story they've wanted to see told in this universe.
Right. I agree. I absolutely agree.
Same here.
Nothing else on that.
Would you guys? Oh, sorry.
What?
I was just gonna say, would you guys be okay with there being one killer?
No.
No, I would hate it.
I would hate it too.
Horrible.
So
there you go.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, is that in Scream 3,
there's 2 killers.
It made no sense, right? Yeah.
Steven is
I mean,
well, I'm just saying we've never had one with one killer.
Right. He's right. Even if they never reveal Angela as it, even if Angela isn't the second killer, that entire film was shot as there were 2 killers.
Yeah.
So regardless, I mean, like I've said it a million times, there are literal scenes where Roman teleports.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Either Roman is a wizard, Harry, or he's something else.
That's right, man.
Yeah, it's 2 people. Absolutely 2 people.
So, but would you be okay with there being one killer if it was shot as if there was one killer? No.
I would be so disappointed, unsatisfied, and let down. All those adjectives.
You don't think that would add a layer of mystery, though? Like,
because you're looking for 2 people.
I want 3 people. No, I want 3, not even 2.
I do too, and I actually think this is the movie that they will do 3. But like my thinking with 1 is that 1, we as an audience are constantly trying to find the other killer. 2, now it's kind of like a cliffhanger without doing a cliffhanger, because it's like there has to be a second killer. So we get to Scream 7. It's like, who was the other person involved? Even if they never revealed that, we still have that in our minds. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a compromise without just completely ruining it.
Yeah.
Would that be okay?
I'll speak up and then let you guys go. My thought on it is, if they somehow allude, like Scream 3, Wes put it in there, the body of Angelina is drug away. That he did that with nobody else. To me, that was a nonverbal clue. There's something fishy with her. It's is for a reason. If they did something like we could point back to and say, "Oh, that was odd. What was up with that?" Then I think I'd be like, "Yeah, let's go for it." But if they try to make it you know what I mean? Like there's some indication.
You know what's a good example? Would be the original idea for Scream 2. So in the original idea for Scream 2, when Sydney's walking, the typical ending, at the end, you know how it pans to the bell tower or whatever? There was supposed to be a ghost face in that bell tower looking down at Sydney.
Yeah.
Like, what if they went that route? Sorry, I really didn't mean to interrupt you. I know I've been interrupting the whole video, but it just popped in my head and I was like, before I forget. What about something like that? If they went that route, like at the very end, like you just see a ghost face standing off something.
And maybe it's Stu.
Maybe. That could be. And there's your setting it up.
I had to. I had an opportunity.
Get it up. Because I think he'll be revealed in 7. I don't think Stu will be revealed in 6.
Okay.
I think there is a chance. There is a chance for 6. That's all I'm going to say. But
so you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah.
Exactly, Knight. You're on it.
Sorry.
But I love the idea, though, Fate, of having that image where you see a ghost face. Well, we talked about it in 5, too. That's right, Bob. Get that Stu train going, guys. Whenever we saw 5, I was hoping, like, the very end, there would be some shot of a ghost face off to the side of Stu's house or some kind of an indication, remember, that we'd see there was a third person involved. We didn't get that, but I would love that in 6, Fate, if we did that, if they did that. Yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah.
What about you, Nate?
I don't know if I want to step into this swamp, man.
Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. I need the reinforcements here, man.
One
No.
killer, 3
Look at those
killers.
guns.
No,
How do you feel about
definitely,
that?
I definitely want 3 killers. I think that would be something really, really cool if they do it right. Of course, that's always part of the answer. I don't want to see one. I kind of agree that if they do it in a way where there's something that totally looks fishy and you start thinking and maybe you look back on certain scenes, that could be interesting. But I really think there should be 3.
Yeah.
Give us 3, damn it.
Please.
I want to see some different things, man. I want to see like 2 Ghostface killers attacking people at the same time. I want to see, maybe they could even show 2 kills that are happening at the same moment. They show it scene to scene, but we realize it's taking place at the same time. You know what I mean? Hell, man, you could even have the third Ghostface on the phone with someone saying, "Yeah, right now," so forth and so forth, are getting their guts spilled or whatever. I think that would be some really interesting stuff. I really do. Mike.
So my thoughts on 3 killers, and this is something that like I've had a few people like comment about how they want to see a Ghostface killer get murdered in the opening scene. So like whoever the killer is, like the person they're attacking takes them out. Like, and that's it for this person. But the entire movie, we're trying to look for the other one. So like you have this, it's in your head that it's like, oh, there's one more left. There's always 2 killers. But then it gets revealed at the end that there was 3 killers all along. And then at the end, there's 2 people that get revealed. And it's like, oh yeah, you killed our friend. Like, fuck you or whatever. And they start killing everybody. But I think that would just be so cool. That would be a really interesting and different way to do 3 killers. And then you still have that reveal of 2 at the end, but it adds up to 3, So it's like, it's super unexpected. You didn't think it was going that route. That might be a cool twist on, which is essentially the same twist as all 5 of the movies prior, but doing it in a way that's completely different and reinventing itself. That might be fun.
Yep.
That was actually going to be my next question. And there's this YouTuber called Fate Decided that did a whole video on that exact idea.
Really?
So yeah.
Sounds like he's just ripping off that Killjoy Jake guy though.
Sounds like he's copying Killjoy and craving something scary.
He made it a couple months ago, so I mean.
Man, those channels were around then too. Anyway, whatever.
Well, it doesn't matter when the channels were. It matters when the videos were updated, But
Jen Warner said it best: KY jelly and tentacles. That's all.
That's right.
I'll leave it at that.
All I know is I'm so glad I started that Reddit thread about Jake and.
Oh, jeez.
Thanks for starting that, man. I appreciate it.
I'm just joking.
All right.
Because everyone knows that me and Steven just hate Reddit with a burning passion.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Right?
I don't even hate. I literally have never said that. Like that was a joke. I really don't.
All they do is just go on Reddit all day and just steal people's ideas. That's all.
Oh yeah, that's all
really?
I do
Yeah,
for my
that's all-
content. That is
yeah.
definitely all I
I've never gone on Reddit. Never. I've stayed away from it.
Yeah, because Jake does it and then gives you the information.
do.
Oh
right.
my
Yeah, you're right.
gosh.
Fate,
yeah.
I went on Reddit one time in my entire life, literally to stalk that post where they were shit talking
Dude,
you,
that
and
was
that is
great. That was
that's
the
it.
greatest
That
day
is
of
the
my life.
only time I've ever gone to Reddit just to stalk
When
that.
I saw that post, I was so happy. And then my favorite thing was I made a video talking about the post and how happy I was. And then there was and then the creator of the Reddit post made a post talking about me, talking about the post. Like I was like, this is the greatest day of my life.
This is the best publicity I could have ever asked for.
Right?
Wow, look at that.
It was great.
I appreciate it. All the Reddit. I just get free shout outs on Reddit all the
I'm
time.
actually
I appreciate
disappointed
it.
I wasn't in that Reddit thread. It was like, it was you,
Right.
it was
It's like,
Fred.
oh man.
Like I looked at the
Who
thread
let
and I
me
was
out?
like, man, like no one's talking about me ripping off channels. Nobody's talking. Like, man,
You already
this
had a
game
whole
up.
post. You already
I
had a
know,
whole post where
yeah,
they shit talked to
well,
you specifically. So
You were,
Well, it's
yeah.
funny because it was supposed to be. The thing was me and Beyond the Mask, and then it started out as that, and then it just became all about me on the back half. And then it was just like
man.
people defending me and people fighting against me, and I was like, this is great.
I heard from
All
a
right.
couple of sources that my name was mentioned somewhere in that thread. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't even want to read it. I don't care. I don't even want to know. I don't care.
It wasn't really anything. Like so, like all of us were mentioned at like one point in that thread. But it was just like in passing. Usually, it was like Fate Decided is the worst YouTuber on YouTube. Killjoy Jake sucks
Oh,
too.
man.
Craven's not that
Yeah.
great. Like that, it was
Yeah.
basically what it was. Like
I could not have been more thankful. I'm like, that gets in front of a shit ton of horror fans that will ultimately come and check out our channels. It doesn't
That's
like
true.
that's
true.
only positive.
That
so
is true.
cool. It's great
Well,
stuff.
you know, let's
right.
be honest. If Beyond the Mask wasn't around, none of us would even have channels because we can't create our own content.
Oh,
so we
jeez.
we have to carbon copy
All right,
his
Steven.
videos because we have no creative
I can see
abilities.
someone clipping that right now.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
gonna be on Reddit in like
Oh,
a week.
no.
we're,
And you know
we're
what?
so fucked.
that's
The sad
already
thing
on
is-
Reddit right now.
I was going to say, somebody, some troll who's probably in here right now who's not talking will take that and actually take it and actually think I'm being serious. They'll actually think I was
all
being
these YouTubers.
Yes,
Yeah.
proof of plagiarism. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Hey
That's-
guys,
all right,
just so
look,
you know, I'm joking.
Yes. All right.
They're
so
gonna leave
real
that part
quick,
out.
Of course.
We got a couple more questions I wanted to throw out at you guys before we head out because we got like 10 minutes left.
do
One
it,
question was specifically to you, Jake, and I'm not trying to start this whole thing over again. So I'm
Let's
just
do
gonna
it.
say that right now.
Let's go.
Don't make me hit video buttons and stuff like that. But Jake, the question was, are you on the stew train? Yes or no?
Am I on the like I have 1 foot on the train and 1 foot's not quite on the train is how I feel about it right now. So I'm kind of like I'm on the fence, man. Like if they okay, I don't want to start anything. Like I said, I have
No,
to
dude.
I have to
Man,
put this
speak
out
your
there.
mind, man.
What I'll say is there is a lot of things, a lot of context clues in that last film that would suggest that something about Stu Macher is going to be important in the future. I don't necessarily know if that's him coming back or not, but I will say I think if they do bring him back for whatever reason, I just really hope it's not because of to put a focus on Sidney Prescott again. We've told the Sidney story. We did that in the first 3 movies, and it was great. I love that. It's a good story, and it bookends with the ending of the 3rd one, I think. I think my biggest problem with 4 is they try to restart the Sidney story with something that just doesn't. I just feel like isn't great. I love Jill's motive. That's awesome, but we could have reworked that with some new characters, I think. Because I like where they went with that, but just making that focus on Sidney Prescott, all those fucking motives just boil down to I want to kill Sidney Prescott for this reason. And it's like, come on, let's how many people are trying to kill her? Let's move on to something else. So I just feel like it's going to be inevitable if they bring Stu back that he's going to want to ultimately kill Sidney Prescott for some reason. Like, yeah, Craven, Steven, you said about how like maybe Stu comes back and wants to kill Sam. That may like I could see that happening, but I just feel like we're still going to fall into that of it's going to be all about the original again. It's going to be all about Sidney Prescott being the one. Listen, I've been consistent. I have been strongly consistent on my page about how I feel about Stu coming back. And I've always been on the fence about it. I've never been 100% one way or the other. I think it's a possibility. It's much more of a possibility now that I've seen certain Easter eggs in Scream 5, but I'm not 100% on it at all. So.
Okay.
All right.
That's
All
what I'll
right,
say.
That's it. I'm not going to say anymore. No, I'm
that
glad
was
you
very good.
glad you clarified that.
All right, we had another question that was asking about if Riot was saying, will there be any new Friday the 13th movie? Yes, but we don't know when.
Eventually.
So that's probably the easiest answer. We just don't know when. They're still trying
And which one they will do either.
That's true too.
Because one owns the rights to the original Friday. Other
one owns the rights to Jason.
They kind of have to
Yeah.
get together to make the movie. There's
you
no
would think
way.
so. You would think so. There's too much money on the table.
Real quick.
You know?
Do they though? I mean, because Jason is
Yeah.
all people really care about.
Well,
You
they
know,
can't.
like,
They
you could just do you could just call a movie Jason.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the
Well-
problem. That's
Yeah.
the problem. You couldn't just do a character named Jason because technically that's a Victor Miller character because
Right.
Jason is technically in that first Friday the 13th movie. So
Exactly.
you could make a whole new movie called Friday the 13th with a different killer that isn't named Jason that wears a hockey mask. But
Or
I
you
don't think
just
anyone
or
wants
you just
to.
don't call, or you just don't mention his name.
I mean,
yeah, but
Because
they-
everyone knows his name.
if they try to tiptoe around it, I'll make this quick too. But if they try to tiptoe around it like that, I think people are going to be upset. You know what I mean? It's
I
almost
agree.
like because we've been waiting over a decade for a new Friday the 13th movie. People want Friday the 13th. They want Jason Voorhees. They're hoping that either it's a new version of the story or maybe some type of semi continuation of what we've seen. So they're not. I know myself personally, as a huge fan, I'd be a little upset.
Just lock the
I'd be a
door.
lot upset with that.
Craven, your mic's on.
He's good. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Real quick, remember that comment night for Friday, or somebody make a note of it, because I think that is a good thing to elaborate on. And I know you got to do your live stream, so I don't want to dive into it too much because there's a lot that I want to hear your guys' thoughts on. So let's. I think that's a good place to start Friday.
That is a good. That is a good one.
I have a. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I pitch something real quick? Because I love that we have these Q&As, and I love that we're always talking about like different varieties, and it's kind of like whiplash going from topic to topic. But would we like to do a focused live stream Friday, like just on a Friday? Like, what if we just did a stream that was just on Friday the 13th, the requel? What would that look like? And we just talk about that for like 2 hours.
Yes, I don't care. What does the chat think?
Hey,
let us know in the chat real quick.
Yeah, let us know.
Because
I love that.
We can make community posts now, right?
I was trying to, but it still hasn't cleared yet.
Yeah, I don't think it has yet.
Okay.
So sometimes it's instant. Sometimes it takes a little bit. So I think it's 72 hours.
Yeah.
Is the max. So tomorrow we should be able to do community posts.
Gotcha.
So we could do. I'll do a poll whenever we get.
Because that might be cool to say, like, what would you like us to talk about for the Friday stream, and then for the Q&As, we can be all over the place.
Yeah.
I think that might make it more interesting. I don't know.
Well, we can always try it out, test it out.
Yeah.
Mega, the answer is part 2 and Jenny. I just want to throw that out there. That was easy.
I concur.
That was easy.
Yeah.
So people are happy about that. Desiree, Denisha, Aiden. Okay, that's what we got for Friday.
Cool. So then Friday the 13th stream.
Sweet.
All right.
I have a real quick solution I'm going to throw out there.
Yeah.
This whole debate of the legal stuff, all they got to do is create a movie, and we call him Jason. It's Jazan. Jazan.
What is going on?
Jason. And that's it, man. It's Jason.
Jason Ories.
It's Jason Ories.
Take out the amazing fashion sense. It's Jason Voorhees, but he's like wearing this amazing like button up or something.
Nice suit.
He looks amazing.
Red suit, so you don't see the blood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, Knight. Sorry if we're keeping you over.
That's okay. All right. So we are going to get ready to end the stream before we go down another rabbit hole. But for you guys in the chat, thanks for hanging out with us. This was actually a lot of fun going on in the place.
That's great, Carrie. I love it.
But let us know. Let us know in the comment section what you think of this idea for you guys that may not have answered yet about us doing Friday 13th on Friday, or what specifically you'd like to hear about, or questions you may have. And maybe we can answer some of those on Friday as well. So we will catch you guys later. Give the video a like. Also, I forgot almost to mention that. That'd be really, really cool.
Yes. Please. Can I just say this? Sorry, I mean, tell your fate. Yeah, subscribe. We've got 54 people in the live chat, which is amazing as we're about to shut down.
Woo.
We've only got 30 likes.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Do it,
Come on, guys.
Button, subscribe to
Let's
the channel,
go.
Turn on bell notifications. And we'll see you all in the next one.
No, you
Smash that.
You got to do it like you do it on your videos, man. Like,
Where's the passion, dude?
Yeah.
Smash that thumbs up. Come on.
Smash that like button and make sure to subscribe.
If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button, followed by the bell notifications. Just say it backwards.
Just do it the wrong way.
Completely opposite. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notifications. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. Don't miss any of our live streams every Monday and Friday. And we'll see you all in the next one. Night. You were supposed to say the collective has spoken.
Wait, 3?
You had me laughing, man.
That was
3,
perfect.
2, 1. The collective has spoken.
Has spoken.
Peace.
Peace.